If I play, you will see the enemy enters the screen soon enough. In other words, the AI is running, it's moving, even when it's away from the player. This will be problematic if you have a big level and you have lots of enemies moving. This will mess up your level because they will start to move every which way and maybe end in a pit or walk on spikes and die, those kinds of things. You don't control the interactions. Plus, they will be calculating all the time using your game's performances. So one of the best optimizations we can do in our games is to make it so the AI doesn't run when it's too far away from the player. We have a node in Godot built just for that. It's called VisibilityEnabler2D. So select the enemy node in the enemy scene, the root node. Press Ctrl A and look for a Visibility Enabler 2D. Create that node. And not the Visibility Notifier, Visibility Enabler. This has a small box. As you can see, by default, this is going to pause the animation, freeze the physics bodies, those kinds of things, if the node is outside the view. One thing we can do is activate the physics process parent checkbox so that when the node is outside the view, it stops physics process. And you can add that with process as well. So we can try that by playing the game. The enemy has physics process enabled by default, so it will enter the view. Now, going back to the level template, I'm going to move the tile map with the W key. Let's see if I manage to do that. I'm going to move it to the left, so minus 200, minus 400. Okay, I'm just going to make it so the enemy can get outside of the view. So I'm going to put the enemy in view at the start of the game, let it walk to the left, and you'll see it should not come back to the right. Let's start the game, the enemy goes out of the screen, and it never comes back. Because as soon as it got out of the view, our Visibility Enabler 2D stopped physics process on the enemy. And that is something we can control via code, because you saw that if, on the other hand, the enemy starts outside the screen, it will be moving. This visibility enabler is only going to trigger when the enemy gets outside the screen. So we're going to go back to the script, the enemy script, and in our ready function, we can call a method called setPhysicsProcess, and we need to pass a Boolean value to it. We need to pass false. This will deactivate the enemy at the start of the game. You will